Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
Welcome back to Frankenstein Control, everyone. It's that time of the week once again. Plenty on the agenda for tonight, so let's get started with a check-in on the news. We haven't done any of that for a hot minute because, frankly, none of the major headlines these past few weeks have had anything to do with Sora, Donald, or Goofy.
What a game.
Well, I mean, there was that one arrest in Florida last week where a man dressed as Goofy, who was not a Disney employee despite the high quality of the costume, went into an Orlando Big Lots and screamed racial epithets in a variety of poorly imitated accents until police showed up and calmly escorted him away. So I guess there was that.
Oh, okay. Well.
Anyhow, let's focus on more important current events that have transpired since last we met. We have a new Attorney General now, just confirmed in. I think it was today or yesterday, I don't know. I don't have a read on him just yet, but he officially replaces Jeff Sessions, who has been missing since he was fired. They didn't know where he was.
Oh.
Sessions was actually rescued just last week. Apparently he went to the beach to blow off steam following his dismissal, and he actually fell down into a normal-sized person's footprint in the sand and was trapped down there for weeks. He lost 15 pounds in the ordeal and developed a deep fear of ghost crabs, and we're all just glad he's safe now. The biggest story of all, though, just unfolded literally today.
Mm-hmm. Wow, very current this episode.
Yes, we're very topical with
Except for we're 2 days behind.
No! Shit.
Uploading.
But anyhow, the thing that everyone's excited about right now is Bernard Sanderson, author of the Stormlight Archive, announced his 2020 presidential bid today.
Hey, wait a minute.
He's in the race now.
Oh, that's good.
Bernie Sanders, officially. I have here one of the honor blades of the Heralds. I'm going to reunite America.
We're going to take down the crab-billionaire class!
Yeah. Well,
that's a little Stormlight Archive joke there.
The book that nobody has read.
Except for me. Well,
just wait, man. His campaign, on his inauguration day, he's going to swallow a bunch of pennies and throw a guy who's wearing a lot of metal across the room.
That's Mistborn.
Oh. That's the same author, though, right?
Yes.
See? I'm well-read, even though I didn't read those books.
Well, anyhow, it's funny that you should launch into some of Bernard Sanderson's campaign promises there, because I wrote several of them down. I watched the.
You watched his announcement?
I watched his announcement. He had a few. He wanted to get the big ones across. He said, "I'm going to come right out of the gate this time, saying shit that scares people." The first thing we do when we win is we have to lock down the airports to prevent the billionaire class from trying to flee the country. We're going to stop them and cut open their bellies at random to check if they swallowed their jewelry. But that's not all, folks. I'm going to extend tax season by 5 days so the deadline is 4/20. I'm going to replace all the Confederate monuments with bronze statues of Colin Kaepernick doing a Fortnite dance. I'm going to do a cadaver synod with Andrew Breitbart's festering corpse. I'm going to take Jackson off the 20 and replace him with Oscar from Evangelion. I'm going to make NASA use a space laser to write Black Lives Matter on the moon. You're going to have to complete a pacifist playthrough of Undertale before you can buy an AR-15. And then I'm going to put a bunch of fog machines around Debbie Wasserman Schultz's house in the middle of the night and pay actors dressed like Silent Hill characters and monsters to lurk in her yard.
Honestly, this sounds like the perfect presidency.
Yeah, I'm legit down for pretty much everything that he's saying now. Got my vote.
Oh yeah, totally.
Especially with the anime money.
Yeah, exactly. So there you have it, folks. Bernie's plans. He's just going to drive other Democrats and centrists into making the same promises eventually. That's how it always goes. Also, Valentine's Day happened while we were gone.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I was in my room building robots.
Yes, Lissa and I got a heart-shaped pizza from a local place that was doing that. We got a flyer on our door that said they offered heart-shaped pizzas. So Lissa was like, "Great, we don't have to cook, and we also don't really have to, go out to a place." So we just ordered one. You could pre-order them.
Oh.
And we went and she picked it up on her way home, and then that's all we did.
A dream of mine has always been when I find that special girl who loves man-children, who builds robots on important days instead of moving his life forward. When I find that perfect girl, I'm gonna woo her. On Valentine's Day, she's gonna find a big old heart-shaped box of chocolates on the table. Like those big novelty kind, right?
Yeah.
And she's gonna open it, and perfectly cut to shape will be a pizza. Every lot, like edge to edge, it cut in a heart shape.
Uh-huh.
And there'll be a pizza in there. And then if she runs out the door, I know she wasn't the one.
That's a big gamble, Taylor.
But I'm down for gumbles. I love the weather.
Okay. Well, Taylor's having another stroke, Ada. Another thing I did during our break since our last recording sesh was I visited my folks in Maryland. And I got to spend some more time with the legend, the man, FBM.
Oh, nice.
And we just drove around our town like all we ever do is just drive around our town at night, late at night, talking about like Stormlight Archive.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did a whole bunch of that. But I think I mentioned before on the show about how his GPS is his own voice.
Yeah.
That he recorded at great length.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Like a shit ton of lines. Like he would have had to record a lot of dialogue for that.
Yeah.
And apparently it has updated features now that I did not encounter last time, where we were driving along and all of a sudden his voice goes, baby, I smell bacon up ahead. And we came around the corner and there was a cop parked.
Oh, no way!
It's like if you I think it works through Waze, so like if people report stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
And I was like, he's like, slow down. And another time, that's another thing, I guess he was exceeding the speed limit. Another time he said, boy, slow your speeding ass down. And I didn't realize I was going that fast. All right.
Oh, God.
He also, of course, as he always does, mocked both me and friend of the show, Kippa, Josh, the singular Josh, not the Josh, the term for our fans. And he's just doing some like, Kippa stuff, and then all of a sudden FBM just loses his own shit and goes, he doesn't sound like that!
After years!
Yeah, that's the voice I gave him, but he doesn't sound like that. He never sounded like that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so we did that, and it was a good time.
Well, that does sound like a good time, B-Ride. But you know what? Almost all times on Frankenstein Control is a good time. In fact, welcome, everybody, to late entry in the Frankenstein Control Continuum. I am your host, Dr. Rutherford Russell. To my left is Nurse Ship.
I'm Nurse Ship. I went to medical school for a year, and then I flunked, and then I got cybernetic enhancements to make me a wonder nurse. And then I died.
Oh.
And then I'm here.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's all from my work, really. I did perfect bringing people back from the dead. Still a few kinks in the works, though. We'll fix that in post.
Get the staff of worms.
In front of me, as always, my compatriot, my companion in crimes of the intellectual, scientific, and potentially just the plain criminal nature, Abirai.
I'm Birai. I'm the great-great-great-great-great-grandson of the bipolar Western gunslinger, the sporadically mean kid.
We will welcome you once again. This week, we will be talking about a great many things, such as... Ada, what are we talking about?
Well, first of all, just to get this out of the way, you might notice we sound maybe a little bit different. We got a second microphone.
Yeah, courtesy of me.
So Taylor and B-Rye are sharing one, and I'm over in the corner, huddled and isolated from everyone else with my own microphone.
It is true. You folks might notice I'm like, hey, Ada, what's going on? That's why I'm turning to Ada.
I'm so far away.
Yelling at her down a hallway.
I gotta turn away from the mic to breathe.
Yeah.
Like my hero.
Tazon Day.
Tazon Day.
It's chocolate rain.
Y'all ever been in a chocolate rain?
No.
It's real sticky.
Yeah.
Ew.
I mean, that's just a fact. If it's raining chocolate, you best be prepared to throw that sweater away. You ain't getting it back.
Some stay dry and others feel the pain.
Were those the only lyrics?
No,
It was
no.
like a decade ago.
Yeah,
No.
he says chocolate rain and then a lyric and then chocolate rain, and it's just that over and over.
Yeah, so chocolate rain is constantly repeated, but he says a new thing every time. It's not just the same, some stay dry and others feel the pain, over and over again. It's a lot of things, but that's the only one anybody remembers because that's about how long you can listen to the song and be like, ha ha ha, chocolate rain! He has a silly voice and turns from the mic when he breathes. Anyway,
Yeah.
you just do something else.
Whatever happened to him?
He was in a Diet Cherry Dr. Pepper commercial. I shit you not.
I actually think I
Really?
remember that.
I have. First off, I just want to give a shout out to Diet Cherry Dr. Pepper. It's the best diet soda ever. It's so good. And I got the last 2 packs at the Walmart. So suck it, all you people! They're all mine!
That explains
Anyway.
the armed mob outside your house.
Allowed to sit and spin. While I sit and grin at all this sooty pop I be chugging. I got me a good old caffeine high, and I tell you why. Because cherry chocolates rain. That was a commercial. You don't remember that?
No.
Oh man, I guess maybe you just weren't paying attention to
No,
television.
because, y'all, that and like I said before, I did watch commercials for like a decade.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. You
And
did the commercial boycott. That.
Yeah.
You saw that weird one, you're like, what the fuck is this?
But yeah, the commercial starts out and he's in like a suit and shit, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Tay," and then the fucking camera zooms out and he's surrounded by bitches at a club or whatever, and he's like, "Cherry chocolate rain," and everybody's like, "Ha ha ha!" The internet exists,
Yeah.
and this is new to us.
You're tolerated for this alone.
Yeah, the media always has this very interesting relationship with with like its rampant commercialism and the bizarre, commonly inapplicable freedom of the internet.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine if any of us were in a commercial for like, I don't fucking know, Gold Bond foot powder? Just be like, "Hi, I'm Frankenstein Control's Taylor Russell. You probably didn't know what I looked like in real life. Turns out it's a lot more disappointing than you thought. Anyway, this here's Gold Bond foot powder, but it's used for so much more. Rub them on your balls. Just do it. Fucking just do it." And that's the commercial. Like me screaming really loud, increasingly angry, getting redder.
That's just the Uncle Ben's commercial.
You got any more of those?
Hold on.
Can we have an impromptu Uncle
Yeah,
Ben time?
an impromptu. I don't remember exactly which ones I already did.
While you're looking for those, there's a bunch of commercials now that it's Danny DeVito for Intuit QuickBooks, and they're
really?
Yes, really, and he's like, "I'm Danny DeVito for Intuit QuickBooks," and he's like telling people how to do their bookkeeping better so they don't have to work as hard, and they had to put like giant green glasses on him.
What do you think he is? Let's go? Like, what the fuck?
They like, I think the green is the color of Intuit's like icon, but it also
Oh, it is, yeah.
it really looks like they like had to make the glasses as striking as possible so that you wouldn't think he was Frank and about to say something offensive.
You gotta do your books, Charlie, or you'll wind up in the trash.
You can't itemize banging whores.
Hey, I'm Frank from Into It, whatever the fuck it is. I like banging whores and hanging out in the garbage and eating crabs with Charlie.
Also, actually, quick adult talk real quick. Folks out there who are making freelance money, once you get your 1099s, don't itemize this year because your exemptions are double what they were last year. So just kick it with that knowledge, like I am.
Also, don't get married because it like shrinks your frigging return by like 8,000%.
But if you are married, have a kid because yeah, your exemptions shrink, but your dad dick gets huge.
We've told that story on here.
I think we have.
We have to have told the dad dick story.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell it again.
Oh, I like dad dick. Dad dick is huge. Well, anyway, and that's the thing you can search on. Go on YouTube right now. Frankenstein Control, dad dick. See what comes up.
Dick.
Plus in the comments.
Okay, so I found some of my Uncle Ben's
Yes.
tales.
Okay, so
Commercials.
quick refresher for those just tuning into the show and didn't bother watching our previous episodes. How dare you?
It's chronicled in episode 51.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Hate is so good at this.
I make the episode.
Oh, you don't. That episodes are brought down from heaven,
Yep.
and we just take the credit for it.
But anyway, when I was like 15, I stopped watching commercials entirely. Then just kind of gave up on TV for a while. And then I got a job that had a break room, and I was unwillingly subjected to commercials, and I realized that commercials had become absolutely insane. So I started writing my own insane commercials specifically for the product Uncle Ben's Rice.
As an improvisational exercise,
yes.
you chose that at random.
To make myself not go insane from doing this monotonous box factory work. But,
Box Factory.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
But,
No.
this one I came up with at around Christmas time. Have you heard this one, V-Rai?
I think I remember it. I may have blocked the memory out.
So, I'm not gonna say the title of it because I don't want to really spoil
I
it.
already know which one it was.
I know Taylor knows. Anyway,
I won't say anything.
the ad starts with this woman, like fairly professional looking, like she's definitely got an office job. Comes into her apartment. She's very clearly flustered. She like throws her keys onto the table, like kicks her heels off, and just kind of flops down on the couch. She gets up after lounging a little bit, walks over into the kitchen, and where her dog runs up to her. It's like a golden retriever, just all panting and happy to see her. She pets the dog, then goes over to the cabinet and takes out a jar of peanut butter and a spoon. And then it cuts to her living room, where it's Chris. Taylor's making me lose it. Quit laughing so hard.
Taylor's been quietly losing his goddamn mind over here, just trying and failing to keep
I
his
gotta do
composure.
noises and voices to make this work. You calm down yet?
I'm just gonna look away so
Okay.
you aren't tempted to.
I think you're into it, QuickBooks, Charlie.
So, it's Christmas, as evidenced by all the Christmas gifts and trees and decorations, and the fact that Santa is now coming down her chimney. And he, like, comes on out, covered in soot, wipes himself off, sneaks over to the tree, puts some presents over, and he hears, like, a jingling noise, just like the jingle of a dog tag. So he gets, like, a knowing smile and walks over to the door that he heard it from. And as he gets closer, he hears the jingling as well as... I can't do it because you're laughing. You're making me laugh. I'm gonna have to really edit some of this.
I'm sorry.
Anyway. And this gross licking noise continues as he cracks the door open to look, and we see Santa's face, not what he's seeing. So just the noise and the jingling continues, and you hear soft feminine moans as well. it's just...
Santa pokes his head through the door.
Yeah.
Like
Santa pokes his head through the door, like smiling, like, "Oh, there's a puppy," and then he sees what's going on as she's going, "Oh, you are a good boy," and his face kind of falls, and
He gets ashen face.
Yes, ashen
eyes
face.
widen.
His eyes go wide. He takes his glasses off, scrubs them a little bit, puts them back on, opens his eyes back up, and still sees the same thing, and just kind of shudders and retreats. Uncle Ben's rice.
I love that one for so many reasons. One, nothing to do with Uncle Ben's rice at all. Not even a mention of rice at all. Never. Another thing I love is there's something so funny to me about watching Santa's jolly, bowl full of jelly demeanor just melt instantly. Like, I'm imagining, like, full-on, like, Coca-Cola Santa.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
classic, like,
Super-
Norman Rockwell painted fucking...
And just imagine that face peeking through a door going... It cracks me up every time. Oh, I love that story. Oh, God.
The title of that one is Christmas Dog Cunnilingus.
Which on its own, like, Ada, you folks at home don't know. Ada has this master list of Uncle Ben's rice stories, but for some reason she doesn't type them out. She only types the titles.
The intention was to write them all out, like as scripts, so that could be easily read. And then I never did that, so I just have a whole bunch of titles, and one of them is just Christmas Dog Cunnilingus.
Ew.
So, one time I was scrolling through the list, having forgotten a number of them. And I just stumbled upon that one. It's at the bottom of the list,
Yeah.
Ada. The bottom one. So it was beautiful. Just like, oh, I remember that one. Oh, I remember that. What?
You got
another one?
Yeah, another one I got.
Yeah.
It starts off basically like you're not watching American Idol, but it starts like you're watching American Idol. So you get the whole title card and everything. Yeah. So, welcome back to American Idol, and it's on the.
It's me, Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, it's what do they call it? The preliminaries, I guess, where they have all the people that are like trying out. Tryouts.
Oh, okay, yeah, the
Auditions?
tryouts. Okay, so the auditions.
Yeah, the auditions.
So the auditions, not the
Not the actual like
Okay,
competition.
gotcha,
yet.
gotcha.
Yeah, so it's just the auditions, and it's like where they show the good people that they're actually going to choose, as well as all the like weird losers that
The
should
one-off
not be on it.
people who just end up in YouTube
Yeah.
videos mocking them.
Yeah.
What was his name? Billy Hong.
William Hung.
Hey, I got it right, William. Whoa.
He
weren't
actually got
wrong.
to record an album.
No,
They subjected...
I'm happy for
That
him.
was cruel.
But it's the auditions for American Idol, and it's like Simon Cowell's like, "All right, next," and then Uncle Ben walks up to the stage, and
I love it though. I imagine like the little lower third coming up, being like Uncle
Yeah.
Ben, like Cincinnati.
Rice Mogul.
The contestant before him...
Rice Mogul.
So the contestant before him, nothing is made of this, but the contestant before him is being dragged off stage bloody and insensitive.
Oh God, Uncle Ben.
So he walks up to the stage, and they're like, "All right, Uncle Ben, what have you got for us today?" Uncle Ben steps up to the mic and says, "I'm going to perform a rendition of Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On." Okay, just go ahead, take it away. Ah! The capitalist pigs must die! And you get one frame of Simon Cowell's wide eyes staring as a reaction, and then it goes straight to Uncle Ben's rice.
What I love about that is I don't imagine him just being on the stage like all the tryouts people. Like, I imagine he's like, ah! Like, he's standing there and screaming, and then by the time he goes, the American capitalist pigs must! And then right as he says must, camera immediately snaps to, like, both him and Simon's faces in profile, an inch from each other. Die! And it just cracks me up. The mental image is fantastic. And then the snapshot of Simon Cowell. Uncle Ben's rice. I love me some Uncle Ben. That's a good. I don't know why we're not funded yet by Uncle Ben's Rice Incorporated.
Probably because they're actually trying to maintain their brand integrity.
What are you talking about? There's nothing more integral than Christmas dog cunnilingus.
And the capitalist pigs must die.
I remember one about Uncle Ben throwing himself into the mixer. And it's like a little bit of Ben in every bite. Did we do that one?
I think I told that one.
Yeah.
What, did we?
I feel like I did.
A little bit of Ben in every bite.
It's basically he's at a family's house eating with them and like really like enjoying himself. The family's enjoying him and everything. And one of the kids is like, gee, Pam, I wish you could be with us all the time. And he's like, don't worry, kid. There's a little bit of Ben in every box. And he, he says goodbye and he leaves. And he has just an oddly somber attitude, despite how happy he was hanging out with them. And he just kind of walks with his head down all the way to the closest Uncle Ben factory.
Oh.
They're everywhere. There's one in every major city.
Yeah.
Every metropolitan area has to have a...
Is it within walking distance?
Yeah.
They're extending the metro out past Reston so they can put in an Uncle Ben's Rice rendering plant.
Yeah, they're calling it the Golden Brown line. Golden Brown delicious rice.
There's a giant vat turning filled with rice and spices, and he like stands over the railing above it and is like, there's a little bit of Ben in every bite, and then he lets go and falls into the vat.
Angelically T-posing.
Yeah.
With a serene expression on his face.
Yeah.
Maybe like some doves,
Yes.
some John Woo doves
Some
flying.
John Woo doves.
Where did all these pigeons come from?
Uncle Ben's rice.
Yep.
Oh, the Ben. See, Uncle Ben's rice. Hit us up. You know you wanna get in talks.
Yep.
You know how to talk to Frankenstein Control at Franken S Control at twitter.net. Find us there and marvel at how
little we use the Twitter.
how little we use it.
Send your cease and desists to...
Send all cease and desists to... I wish I had the White House's number.
On a serious note, though, we are on YouTube and Twitter, though we rarely use it, and Facebook and Google Play. So
That's
if you
right.
look us up on Google Play Podcast, Frankenstein Control, you will find us.
Yes, so you don't have to go to LibSign anymore if you don't wanna. If you want to download our episodes. Or you can just come here.
Yeah.
Listen to us at work. Listen to us while you jerk. It don't matter because we can't see you. Or can we?
I don't want anybody jerking off while listening to this show.
Uh-oh, well then
I don't want that to happen.
I got a bad surprise for you, Ada.
This is non-consenting.
There's a fish on the table.
Oh, boy!
Oh, it's Floppert the fish.
What's that, Floppert? Little Timmy's in the well. Well, you can save him, right? You're a fish. But you can swim. You can, like, pull him out.
Oh, Jeff Sessions is down there again.
Aw.
Help, I'm down here again.
That wasn't a little boy. It was just Jeff Sessions.
Save him, Flipper.
They look the same from a distance.
Yeah, we don't want to save him. Floppert the fish or whatever your name is, you can just go on home.
Get fucked, Floppert.
Ow, my cheek.
Did you pull your own beard hair?
Yes.
Now even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save the entire human race and the entire universe.